Good afternoon. I'm Dawn Simmons, and I'm the Secretary of Somerset Cricket Club. And I just want the public to know about our upcoming prize giving. So Friday, August 24th at 7:30 p.m. we will be celebrating our cup match players as well as our co-cup match players in our annual prize giving. The interesting thing about Somerset's prize giving is that the prizes come from members of our community. And so we want everyone to know that if they would like to contribute towards the prizes, they can feel free to come by to Somerset Cricket Club to drop off the prizes. This prize giving is actually historic in its nature. I talked to one of our senior members of our community to find out how it actually started with members of the community giving prizes, and she said that her parents did it, and so she has continued the tradition. This year, our guest speaker will be our coach, Jeff Richardson. Jeff has had a very successful stint as our coach. He has won 4 cup matches, and 2 of those 4 have been historic. During the 2015 cup match, we won in St. George's, and Jacon Ednis was the captain, and that was the first time since Joe Bailey was captain that Somerset had actually won cup match in St. George's. And of course, this year with our historic 2-1 win, it was the first time in 70 years that Somerset had won a 2-1 cup match. And so that takes us back to 1948. So we're going to celebrate our players, but we're also going to acknowledge the historic events that have taken place.
Ms. Simmons, special moment during this year's game, a player of much history has announced their retirement.
Yes, Jacon Ednis has announced that he's retiring from cup match. Jacon has not only been a player of cup match, but he has also been the captain of cup match. So we look forward to the members of our community also helping Jacon to recognize his retirement as well.
The game wouldn't be possible without support staff, crew preparing the grounds and the field.
Yes.
Speak a little bit to that.
Yes. Well, as we know, we have our top class groundsmen that prepare our field. Our head groundsman is Reed Jones, but he is assisted by some assistant groundsmen. And of course, during cup match, you can acknowledge the groundsmen as well because they play an important role. They prepared the wicket that gave us the 2-1 victory this year. We also have other staff members that have contributed to the success of cup match. We have our electricians, our plumbers, we have people who provide services all during cup match. But most times you find that the players, the groundsmen, the coaches, if you also like to contribute towards the cup match players, you can give prizes for them as well. So anyone that you feel played an important role in cup match. We have members of our community who give prizes for deportment. They give prizes for the most catches, the most runs. We have members of our community who pick their own special player who is their favorite. But we also have members of our community who say, it took the whole team to win the match, so I would like for my prize to go to everyone. And once we add up all of the individual prizes, our players walk away very happy after our cup match prize presentation.
And just remind everybody the time and location.
So this year, our cup match prize presentation will be at Somerset Cricket Club, August 24th at 7:30 p.m. outside under the tent. And our guest speaker again will be our coach, Mr. Jeff Richardson. A new added feature this year as well is that the players have taken to creating some individual video vignettes of themselves so that people get to see their personal contribution. We are trying to actually reach out to the younger generation because most of the prizes are historic. So that means that most of the gifts come from senior members of our community. So this year the players are reaching out to their peers, and so if you go on our Facebook page, you can see some of the videos that highlight the contribution that the individual players have made to cup match as well.
And is there an admission cost?
There is no admission cost. We also provide light refreshments as part of the evening. This is this event is open to everyone with no admission cost, and the only thing that we will be charging for is drinks, but everything else is complimentary to those who attend. It's our way of giving back to the community who give to our players, and as our little thank you, there's no admission charge, and we provide refreshments.